Here, or Chris Stone from Mayberry Man, and I'm excited to tell you that the Indiegogo campaign for Mayberry Man the series is live. That's right, you can go right now to mayberryman.com for details on how you can get involved with this exciting project.
You have a movie theater in this town, right?
Oh yeah, we got a real nice one down on Main Street.
Yeah.
They did some renovations last year and moved the ladies' room from the second level down to the lobby level. Real classy move.
Okay. That's great, Barney.
Hey, I haven't seen Kate smile like that in years.
Hey, I know who you are. You're the singing guitar player from that episode with the singing guitar player.
No, I'm not.
See, I have an aunt that lives in Augusta, and I was invited out there last summer, but I didn't end up going because she has this feral bird, Jimbo, who bit me when I was a kid, and I don't know, I've just been terrified of birds ever since, and well, it gave me a rash, and my aunt, she's immune to it, I guess, by now.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Basically.
Yeah, are you free this weekend?
Hey y'all, Jacob Winter here, and I am so excited to announce that they are making Mayberry Man the movie into Mayberry Man the streaming series. So go ahead and join us by backing the project on Indiegogo and join the fun.
This is Floyd Lawson coming to you right here in Mount Airy, North Carolina. I'm at the Loaded Goat. Oh, it's a nice place. Not only that, there was a movie filmed here, Mayberry Man. Yeah, you can come just like they did on the Mayberry Man movie and eat at the Loaded Goat and have a nice dynamite burger or one of their other burgers. Voted one of the best hamburger places in all of North Carolina right here in Mount Airy. Oh, and when you drop by, be sure and tell them Floyd sent you. Yeah, maybe they'll, well, they probably won't do anything. Tell them I sent you.
Mayberry Man the movie was such a wonderful success that now it's going to be Mayberry Man the series. Isn't that exciting?
I guarantee this, if you love the Andy Griffith Show, you're gonna love Mayberry Man.
Step back a little bit.
Break it up now, break it up. You heard the man. Give him some room. Scooch, buddy, scooch.
The way these guys can just gently become the characters, to me, it puts a smile on my face.
You know, when I was a boy, I actually wanted to be a barber. Yeah, but nobody would let me cut their hair. I used to get out back there and catch neighborhood cats. Yeah, here's an example of somebody worked there.
They kill, they knock it dead.
It's real!
Hey, welcome everyone to another Wednesday Night Live. Got my co-host Alan Newsome again.
Hey, it's good to be here. It's always fun to just spend some more time talking Andy Griffith Show and Mayberry Man and just anything related to Mayberry. It's always fun.
That's right. So tonight we're going to talk about casting. That's what we've been doing behind the scenes, along with a lot of other tasks, crewing up and filling roles, and a lot of you who watch this regularly are planning to be in this TV show, right? So if you haven't been assigned a role yet, that's coming very soon. We've got about, what did I say earlier? 70, 80 roles to assign. Some of them are obviously paid actors and people returning from the movie, but there's a lot of supporting characters that are either Indiegogo supporters or investors or, some other connection to the Mayberry community. So it's a lot going on.
Yeah, that's a lot of people to try to round up and get 70 to 80 people in the right place at the right time. That you guys have a lot, you're doing a lot of work.
Well, and that's just the people with the speaking roles. Now we also have a slew of background extras to coordinate as well. So there's a lot going on. We're kind of adding to our team to support this whole process. So I know some of the information has been a little slow to get out just because our schedule has been really tough to nail down. But it is locked now. And we just published our official shooting script. Alan just got it in his hands today, and he hasn't read it yet.
No, I only got it about 30 minutes ago.
There could be some surprises in there.
There might be some, yeah.
Yeah, so you can sit back and read that later tonight. So if you're not familiar with our process, for people with speaking roles, we always, even if you've donated at a level where you're guaranteed a speaking role, we have people audition so that we can make sure we're putting them into the right role. And so we got a pretty good audition video. And I asked, his name's David Dameron. I asked him if I could share that on the live tonight. So I want to show you David's audition video. But before I do that, I just want to do a little commercial for our Indiegogo campaign. It's still going. We're still taking contributions. It's not too late to be a background extra. And I think we still even have a speaking role available to award. So let me just play our little, this is really, it's our highlights from our TikTok account, but they're all promoting Indiegogo. So let's take a look at that.
Mayberry Man the movie was such a great success that now there's going to be Mayberry Man the series. Please join me in supporting this wonderful adventure and journey into more Mayberry. More Mayberry for everybody.
Hey everybody, this is Otis Campbell from Mayberry, North Carolina. And now Mayberry Man is becoming a series that we're so excited about. And if you want to be a part of this, go to mayberryman.com and see how you can get involved. So long, over and out from Otis.
Hi, it's Ashley Elaine, and our Indiegogo campaign is live. Yay! And you can help be a part of our latest project, Mayberry Man, the series. So go to mayberryman.com and check it out.
Hey, Chris Stone here. And I'm here to tell you that the only way that I get to play Chris Stone one more time is if you go to mayberryman.com right now and help us get Mayberry Man the series funded. You can go to our Indiegogo page or mayberryman.com for details.
So those are fun. I came across those earlier, and I'm like, we got to show those again. So
yeah, I love seeing those. Chris Stone. I just like, you want to yell, Chris Stone. Yes, I am Chris Stone.
So yep, it's shaping up. I mean, Stark has already landed in Indiana, and he's here with our line producer Tom, and they're scouting locations and taking meetings and production planning and, crewing up, and things are happening, and they're working long days. And so, all right. So the audition video from David Dameron. So what he got is, we send you a scene in the industry. They call it sides. If you're auditioning, you get your sides, and then you read one of the role that you're assigned, right? Well, David took it a step further, so let me share this. Sit back and enjoy.
Okay. Hi, I'm David Dameron. I'm from Nicholasville, Kentucky, and I got both of the scenes that were mailed to me, and here is a completed scene number 1. Say, I like that. Oh, well, thanks. It's not too busy, is it? No, not at all. It's real good. You got some real talent there. No more Mayberry? Shane, I told you not to say anything. But who's Shane? I heard it from Kathy down at the diner. Kathy down at the diner? Well, Kathy was asking about corn, and we started talking about water, and, oh, this is not good. This is not good if this gets out. Well, hold it, everyone. Hold it. Quiet, please. Quiet. Is it true? Are we running out of water? We can't go without water. We're not running out of water. But in order to continue getting water, Mayberry will have to become a part of Melville. Melville? Those low-down dirty buzzards? Can they do that? It's as simple as this. It's their water. Mayberry's supply comes from Melville. We don't have any water of our own, so if we want to continue getting water, we're going to have to become a part of Melville. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we dig our own wells? Well, it's very expensive, and Mayberry just doesn't have the money. Well, it's all my fault if I hadn't planted all that corn. It's not your fault, Shane. They have water and we don't. It's that simple. No more Mayberry.
I love that.
Now, that was impressive. Just
Wow.
all the characters and the guy with the mustache gets me every time.
Yeah, that was great. He had a big mustache going there with his hat turned backwards and everything. That was great.
So David had some fun with it, and we appreciate that. So we figured we got to share that. So one of the other things I wanted to talk about is we have an information site that we've created now, mayberrymanseries.com, and sort of general information about the series and the production and all that. So that's available, and you can kind of go check on the latest shooting dates, and we'll add to that site. We're probably going to add the credits to that site where everyone's going to be responsible for spell checking their own names. So we'll have the cast list. We'll have all the thank yous, the special thanks list, and eventually it'll get on there and we'll say, hey, it's time. Better check it out. But as we fill out the cast list, you'll see who's playing what characters, and you'll see these 80 characters. And so keep an eye out for that. We're also going to have, if you're participating in the production, like if you're got a speaking role or a background extra or whatever, we're going to have another sort of sub page where we'll have more detailed information just for cast and crew. So that's coming as well. I've already notified a lot of people, I think, through our email list of backers and so forth. So if you haven't seen that, check your spam folder or whatever. There is a link in there that will give you more information. So have you been studying lines from the previous version of the script? Have you been working on it, Alan?
I've not memorized them, but I've been reading through it to make sure I understand where I am in the script, because it's longer because it's longer than the movie was. So the series will be a longer, more minutes of the show. So it's fun to read and try to keep up with where you are in the story.
Yep, it's I noticed it's up to 131 scenes. Scene can be just a little quick shot sometimes, but and I didn't look at the page count, but it's it's probably it's about a minute a page in script language, and so it's probably about 120 minutes, 4 episodes times 30 minutes, right? So so there's a lot there. There's a lot to shoot, and I think the story, and just to remind people, the story, it's like one long story. So it's not like totally episodic like the Andy Griffith Show was, where you have one story and then you wrap it up in 30 minutes. It kind of goes on like like a long movie, which is kind of how series are made these days, right?
Right.
Do you think, I'm just asking your opinion, Alan, how do you think that compares to that traditional Andy Griffith formula? I mean, do you find it, I don't know, does it work for you, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, I think it does. It still captures that kind of spirit of the Andy Griffith Show itself, but without being a copy. It has a lot of references, things back toward that. Plus the humor and things, I believe, will be very reminiscent of what we saw, because it's really based on the characters. It's not jokes. It's the characters. I mean, you saw the people, hopefully you've seen Mayberry Man, the movie. And so you've seen those characters as their tribute artist version, but now you're going to see them as their kind of real life versions of these same people. And so, yeah, I think it's, hopefully you'll enjoy that and kind of seeing what we do in our real life, but we still get into just as much trouble, same kind of problems.
Well, and I think, as we saw in that read through we did a few weeks back, we kind of want to blend or blur the line a little bit between, straight Alan and Floyd, right? We want it to feel like it. We always want to feel like it's Floyd in a way, without being Floyd, obviously. So, so we'll be working on that in rehearsals and things like that to try to nail that down and get that right, so that it feels like the Andy Griffith Show without being, like you said, an imitation or a copy.
Right.
So
yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that. I just hope we can pull it off.
You just be yourself.
Well, you were mentioning too the number of scenes there are. So if you guys, when we did the movie, it's the first time I had done anything like this. So in each scene, because there's one camera, you have multiple shots. Is that the right terminology, Court? So
Yeah.
you have a different setup because you shoot a wide angle, a close up on the different characters. So you may have 3 or 4 or 5 setups during a scene. So it's really amazing. So there's 138. So if you say there's 3 each, that really adds up to a lot of camera moving.
Yes. So, I mean, the most basic situation would be, you shoot coverage, what's called coverage. And so you have your master shot, and then you have your singles on, if it's a 2-person scene, you've got your master, and your 2 singles would be the bare minimum you'd go in and shoot. But you may have over the shoulder shots, that are a little wider out. You might have a tighter 2 shot. That scene may have an establishing shot, that kind of shows you the setting that's really wide, or it's the exterior of a building, and then you're into the scene in the interior. So it gets quite complex quite quickly. And then now you got some of these scenes with all these characters in it. And you think about shooting a master, and then you probably have tighter 2 shots, 3 shots. And then anybody with important lines, you want to make sure you also get them in a single. Mm-hmm. And so, sitcoms, like television sitcoms, are often shot with, 3 or more cameras, and it's shot more like a stage performance, right? It's all happening simultaneously. But this is more of a film style production where, sometimes coverage, I mean, we're not going to shoot with multiple cameras. We shot with 2 cameras a lot on the movie, but it's hard to make that work because your second camera, you want that first camera, if you're shooting in a more cinematic way, you want that first camera to look good, the lighting to look good, and then when you're trying to adjust and make the second camera work, sometimes it just doesn't work. So,
well,
anyway, getting into the weeds.
As fans of the Andy Griffith Show, we're used to that, and we see mistakes that were made in cutting. For instance, when Barney was doing the We the People, and his hair ends up messed up, and then it's not messed up. That's because it's different shots, and the continuity wasn't exactly perfect. But that's part of what we love about it, right? So, but it's interesting to us as a fan, I think, as to how that was done. So thanks for explaining it.
Well, and if you think back in those times, it wasn't like they were shooting video that they could rewind it and take a look. That was film. It was exposed and it had to be developed. They weren't seeing anything that they were capturing. Right. And when you think about how consistent everything was, I think about when they're like on the sidewalk exterior and they cut to them coming into the courthouse, those were completely different days and different locations. One's on a Desilu on Cahuenga, and the other one was 40 acres, Right. So just amazing craft. The craft of the Andy Griffith Show always impresses me. Right. So I'm going to play one more commercial for our Indiegogo campaign, just to remind people, and you might recognize the star of this commercial. Stand by.
Hey, this is Floyd from Mayberry Man the movie. Hey, there's still time to be involved in Mayberry Man the series. Oh, you're going to want to do that too. Oh, don't miss out. There's a lot of fun to be had. You really want to do that. Oh, if you come on set, maybe I'll even trim your hair for you. Well, if you don't want me to, I don't have to. But if you want it, you could do that too. Come on and join us.
All right. Good job with that.
He is great.
Yeah. He should have his own TV show, don't you think?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to wrap up. Again, watch your inboxes, watch our social media. We'll post announcements to let people know what's happening. We've just been really in the trenches doing work. And so we haven't been doing a lot of communication lately. But it's kind of taking shape now. We've got decisions. We've got locked schedule. So we can give you if you're participating, we can give you your days and scene numbers and all that stuff. So that's about it. So Alan, anything else to add? You're looking forward to it, I'm sure.
I am. I'm looking forward to getting in there and working with Rick. I can't. That'll be a lot of fun to be back with him. We're doing something this weekend, actually, over in Cortland, Alabama. So we're showing the Mayberry Man movie actually on Saturday night at a community event. So I'm looking forward
really?
to be with him and see him. Yeah.
Oh,
I
awesome.
think they are.
All right.
I don't know. You'd know better than me, maybe.
I don't know. I can't keep track of it. I'm like, at this point, it's like a church or somebody calls and says, we want to show the movie. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Sounds good.
So we'll give out some Mayberry Man series cards while we're there to make sure folks know about the campaigns.
Yeah. All right, folks, thanks for joining us. And we're probably going to do one more live next week. And then that's it. I mean, we're going to shut this this weekly live down because we're going to be in production and we won't no one will be available to do the live. So we'll probably take a hiatus until after we're done shooting. But tune in next week. There'll be more exciting news to report.
It's big.
Yeah.
Big.
Thanks for joining me, Alan. Appreciate it.
Glad to be here.